Alright guys, bear with me. This is my first time recording my own YouTube video here. Let's answer these fucking questions. I've been letting these build up since yesterday. So I started this, I don't know, I think about 8, 9 o'clock yesterday night. If you answer too many questions, it'll slowly kick it off your story and then nobody can ask any more questions. So I've got my laptop here. Let's just do it from the phone, old school. Start going through these questions. See all. Alright, first question. EcoBoost Mustang or V6? My friend is looking to get one, but he can't drop the money for a V8. So, at this point, if you're looking for a performance car, or in this case, a muscle car, I don't think getting the 4-cylinder EcoBoost or the V6 is the move. Maybe if that's your price range, maybe get something like a Civic Si or a Focus ST or something along those lines. I've never been a big fan of getting the base model of anything. Should I be the first to put a Hellcat engine into a Challenger TA? What are your thoughts? It's the same thing I believe about buying a Hellcat to make a full-blown drag car. You're buying $70,000 car that has heated seats and a heated steering wheel so that you can rip it all out and destroy it. Pretty much the same thing Hellcat did. Well, why not just buy an SXT if you're just going to put a faster motor in it? So same thing. A TA is a special edition. It costs more. So you can just put a Hellcat engine in it? Doesn't make sense to me. If your goal is just to be super fast, then get a piece of shit SXT or some other rolling chassis and then put a Hellcat motor in it. In your worst active addiction, did you ever drive a stock car? I think yes, one of them. One car was stock. All the other ones had at least a system in them. For sedans, turbochargers or superchargers? The fact that a sedan means nothing. It doesn't really matter. It's really what you're going for. You're going to get more power up top out of a turbocharger, better fuel economy driving around so you can stay at a boost. But the fact that it's a sedan means nothing. I don't know why that's even in there. When you have the M3, are you going around town burbling like a jet ski fart can? No, I don't like burble tunes. A little bit of, pa 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 is all right. I test drove the Supra today and it does it stock. That's okay. These people that drive around like a fucking semi-automatic weapon is going off, it's not for me. Also, what sport cloth seats will you get on the M3? We have a friend that has a base model 18-inch rim manual sport cloth, or what do they? No, they call it speed cloth M4, and we make fun of him all the time for having a peasant base model. So I will not be getting any sport cloth. Does Hellcat secretly wish he'd started the infamous Q&A IG segment? Honestly, I don't think so. He talks a lot of shit about having it hacked, but I know he secretly hopes I make it because he knows he'll make it too. What are your goals for this YouTube channel? Money, to be honest. I'd much rather do this than work, drive around all day doing whatever Danny says. So if I can make some dollars, messing with you guys, answering questions, driving fast cars, why not? Do the curtains match the drapes? No, there are no curtains. Least favorite question to be asked? Probably what's the best go fast mod for an RT or an SXT? Cali is the best place for racing. Is this a real question? No, it's not. It's a beautiful state with the worst laws, worst taxes. We're not going to get into politics. California is beautiful. It's run like a shithole. What is your favorite memory from when you were in the Army? Probably just the lack of, I wouldn't say lack of responsibility, because you have responsibilities, but like, I didn't have to worry about my bills, you know what I'm saying? Like, the worst case scenario, I missed my cell phone bill, but I didn't have rent to pay, my food was taken care of, you always had your friends around, you were never alone. So I missed that, the camaraderie and stuff like that. It definitely made me the adult I am today. I recommend the Army. Can I send a shout out to Indonesia? Shout out to Indonesia. That was easy. Oh, I can't say this. This is why is Hellcat's last name so secretive? I don't know, honestly. I mean, if I look like that fat blob, I wouldn't want people to see what I look like either. When is your car going to be faster than Danny's? So this is tough because he's also my best friend. So he knows everything I do, and he makes more money than I do. He owns the company I work for. So he's just going to buy more shit. He's pretty spiteful like that. So I have to do some secret low-key mods and not tell him. Also, if this does well, this YouTube action right here, I'll have enough money to beat him. What will the new IG name be when you get the M? So the M isn't set in stone yet. I'm looking at a couple other options. It will be fast, at least as fast as my current car. But I think IG will stay the same. Shaved Kitty is too fire of a name to give away. Is Hellcat jealous of your YouTube fame? I mean, I'm not really that famous yet, but we'll see. I think he will be. But he said he promised to make a guest appearance, but I have to blur out his face. What made you want to start getting into cars and mods? So, my dad was always into cars, and we always did sort of car things. And I talked about this in the interview I did with Bearded Garagistas. I used to drive the cars. The repo cars used to repo. So I've been into cars always. I just like going fast. I like anything fast, anything with an engine. This person said race. I think they're correcting something they wrote wrong earlier. Oh, what's slingshot? All right, so he's referring to like in the roll racing, that one car, usually a turbo car, will allow the other car to go ahead so that they can stomp on it way further back and be at a higher rate of speed when they cross the line, but you're still both crossing the line at the same time. So you don't get disqualified because you're crossing the line at the same time, but you're traveling at a much higher rate of speed. It's technically cheating, kind of hard to prove. Neither here nor there. Would you buy shoe inserts that increase your height by 1.5 inches? No, I'm 5'11". I don't need to be much taller. Best mods for a Mustang 5.0. So if it's a 10-speed, full bolt-ons, E85, cam helps, but it's really expensive. There's 4 of them in the 5.0s. And that's really, I mean, you'll beat most cars at like regular, jegular meets and stuff. I mean, you're faster than stock Hellcats with that. If it's not a 10-speed, you're going to need a lot more power to do anything. What's your opinion on the new Durango Hellcat? If you have a bunch of kids, it's nice. It's a nice car. It's very heavy. It's a big fucking car. But, I mean, it's nice. I wish it had bigger rims, to be honest. Do you got a safe word? Nah, safe word's for pussies. What happened to the aftermarket wheels you had on the Kitty a while back? The ones I did with Boston, I didn't end up taking them from Boston. It just wasn't, they weren't for me. I love Boston. It just, I like my stock wheels. How much do you make a week? Not that much. That's why I'm doing this. Underground racing twin turbo Lambo or a fully built Calvo Viper? Probably the twin turbo Lambo, honestly. I love the Calvo Vipers, I really do. But I don't know, there's just something about a Lamborghini that's just exclusive. Mods for a Ford Taurus. Dumpster mod. Super happy you started a YouTube, dude. Looking forward to seeing you gap Hellcat. Same thing, the more of you guys subscribe to this shit and watch, the sooner we'll beat Hellcat. This isn't a question, this is a free pass to piss off Hellcat. Thoughts on the new Venom F5 looks and specs? I think it looks good. Hennessy's always done a great job with them. The previous one I think was just a Lotus modified. I'm not sure what this one is. I haven't really looked into it. But it looks good for sure, but I don't know enough of the stats to really go over it. How is life? It's good. Can't complain. I'm happy. Going to see some snow. Got a beautiful fiance, beautiful children, nice house. My daughter's being excited about it over there. What's next? So will Hellcat ever show his face? No. But if you dig deep enough into the internet, you can find his face. If you wrote a Google review of our friendship, how would it read? I'm not sure Google would allow me to post it, honestly. I I can't even say it on here, or I won't be able to monetize the video. That's how deeply I feel about our friendship, Mike. Would Danny stash his weed in your beard? Yes. He gets so paranoid around the police. I was like, dog, it's 2020. You have like a gram of weed. Calm down. Guy gets paranoid every time. Is your beard longer or shorter than Hellcat's no place pubes? I don't know. It's 2020. I would hope he doesn't have any. How does this work? We ask here and you answer on YouTube. I'm probably going to have to blur that. I don't think I'm allowed to say that word. I think I'll answer them here too, but it's tough to answer both. You guys act like I just have no life or job, that I can just do this all day. Why are you so amazing? It takes practice. This shit ain't natural. Have you ever gotten pegged? Why? Some of these questions, I swear to God, I don't understand. Who is sitting around and thinking like, that shaved kitty guy, wonder if he's been pegged before. I'm gonna ask him. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. What is your end goal for the M3 power and looks? So looks, I'm not really sure, honestly, because the car's so new. I don't know what's available. Definitely, I probably about 750 wheel is where I'll stop at if I get the M3. That should be more than enough to beat my current car. What age did you learn to budget your money? Woo! Do you think I learned now? I drive a $73,000 car. But I would say I got better about 24, 25, right around the time I got off of drugs. What is your ultimate dream car? Ooh, used to be the Porsche Carrera GT. Now I would say it's the 918. Did you ever think you were going to own a Mopar in your life before the kitty? Yeah, I almost bought a 392 actually, instead of my Infiniti Q50. And it just didn't work out. They wanted like $5 more a month, and I drew a line in the sand. I just wasn't doing it. Why does Hellcat not agree with the YouTube questions? I think because he worries it's going to take away from our job. I do most of the physical work these days. He still does jobs, but I do most of the physical work, and I think he worries that this is going to take away from it. But I'm only going to do it off hours. How many times have you ever been pulled over? In my whole life? Fuck, I don't know, 20 times? Tickets, I've probably gotten 3 or 4. Best car for $13,000. Best for what? Best all around? I don't know, probably a used Civic Si or something, a Focus ST, that would be fun to drive. If your goal is just transportation, maybe like a Corolla or non-SI. Again, it really, the best for what? Best for racing? Best for getting you to work? What? Plans for modding the M3. Definitely full bolt-ons, 85, downpipe. We'll see how they do with bigger turbos. I'm not trying to have it explode. How much horsepower does Danny's Neon really make? It's in the 4s. I think it's high 400. Can we sign a petition to get you a raise? That would be really nice if you could, but feel free to sign it. I don't know if it's going to work. But by all means, I'm all for it. What is your opinion of the biggest key to financial success? Honestly, saving your money and putting it to work for you. I'm guilty of this. I order food and shit all the time. Do I need? What is this? What does this thing do? What does this thing do? If I would have took the money this cost years ago and invested it, I'd be sitting on a lot more money. I mean, do I need a fucking iPhone 12? But we like nice shit. How much better is Florida than California? So this is tough. I like Florida because it's very laid back, easy to buy guns, blah, blah, blah. But the state of California, the land, the place is nice. How did you stay clean? Honestly, I think it has most of it has to do with me, being comfortable with me. It's not really like an outside thing. That's why even though I don't go to meetings anymore, I'm a big believer in the 12 steps, because they just sort of teach you, they're not really about drugs. They teach you how to be okay with you, how to deal with life on life's terms. If you notice, I'm a pretty positive person. You don't really ever see me get upset. And I think that has a lot to do with the 12 steps. Perks of working with Danny, cons of working with Danny. All right, so the perks of working with Hellcat, we get early days off to race. We stop midday sometimes to go race or go to the track. He's a good friend of mine, so I get away with a lot of things you wouldn't normally get away with. Cons, because we're good friends, sometimes he's borderline verbally abusive. In any corporate setting, he would definitely get sued. But I think the goods outweigh the bads. What do you think about the Camaro SC750? I don't really know about it enough to say anything. Is that the Yanko? I don't know. The answer in the comments, I don't really know. Is 3 inches good? If we're talking soft, maybe. I mean, some people are a grower, not a shower. You know what I mean? What made you get a Hellcat, and what would you be driving if you didn't choose the cat? Whew. So, what made me get it was riding around in Danny Rose. He's got a Supra, he drives a GTR now. Danny borrowed it for a weekend or something, and we thought it was a 285 upper pulley only. It wasn't even on E85. I think it had bolt-ons, and we thought it was the fastest thing we had ever seen in our lives. That's what made me do it, to be honest. When I went to go look at mine, I didn't even sit in it. I picked the color I wanted, and that's it. I didn't look into the features. Thank God I got the one with the Harman Kardon radio. But I didn't look at the features. I didn't fucking test drive it. Nothing. I just picked the color I wanted from the options I had, did the paperwork, and left. So I knew quite a bit about the car. I think that's it. I think that's all the questions. I think when I don't post the answers, you guys don't ask as many. Or it just stops me from having so many, because I feel like I've had more than this. But until next time, guys, thank you. I think I'm supposed to say subscribe and do the like thing, the thumbs up button. Tell your friends about it. The more action I get on here, the more of these I can do. Once I learn about this editing stuff, I'll start putting in some of the videos of racing and stuff. I've already got some ideas to make one with all of my top speed run attempts, from when it was stock, from when it was lightly modded, to my fastest one, which was 202. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in, guys.